delicious. Another wonderful meal, honey. You really knocked it out of the park this time. Well, I'm gonna clean up and then head to bed. So, I will see you there. Oh shit, werewolves. Don't worry, honey. I'll protect us. If I just slip into my secret anti-werewolf protection chamber, I can show you what I've been working. Is that how did the werewolf get in here? God damn it. Oh yeah, because I left this open. Oops. Well, anyway. Hey, I am a piece of bread. And this is my review of a Minecraft mod you guys probably haven't heard of. And it's called the Hunter's Dream mod. Popcorn. It only has about 600 downloads on Curse, so it's not very popular at all. But I thought it was extremely interesting, and it has a lot of potential, so I decided I should review it. And I think it's pretty nice. So, let's hop into it. First item we have to look at is the tent. The tent is a non-craftable block. It can only be found in, God, where is it? Oh yeah, in campsites, which naturally spawn all over the world. And I may or may not throw a picture up of one right here. You know, we'll see what happens. And you can sleep in it like a bed, and you can pick it up, and you can take it places. Doesn't really do much more than that. It's just a portable bed. Although I guess, you know, normal beds are sort of portable. But this is even more portable, I guess. And yeah, it's got a nice model. It's a little small, but I mean, there's not much you can really do about that. You gotta fit it into one block, so yeah. And let's move on. But first, I'm going to turn my mini-map off, because that wasn't supposed to be on in the first place. There we go. The next item is the spinning wheel. And the spinning wheel is crafted with 6 oak wood blocks like this. And this is sort of an issue because I'm almost certain that this exact crafting recipe is used in a couple other mods. So that might be an issue you would have to mess with in the configs maybe, or with Craft Tweaker, something like that. But ignoring that, let's move on to the spinning wheel. The spinning wheel has a nice, not a nice texture. The texture is just the oak blocks, but it's got a nice model, as you can see. It's nice and 3D. And what the spinning wheel does is exactly what a normal spinning wheel does. So you put shears in that slot, and cotton, which is a new naturally generating plant, you will, over time... Did another werewolf get down here? God damn it. So over time you will generate fabric, which is used in a couple of new crafting recipes. Well, not a couple, it's used in exactly one set of armor. But we'll take a look at that later, and I think this is sort of a nice idea. I think this is sort of a nice idea because, you know, it's just more immersive, I guess. Like, you actually have to build this little block and, you know, wait for your cotton to be spun into usable fabric, sort of like you would actually have to do in real life, rather than just, you know, plopping it in the crafting table and you instantly got some. Just adds a bit of flavor. And let's move on from the spinning wheel to the campfire. Campfire is made with 1 stick, 1 log, and 2 wooden planks like that. And what the campfire does is it put coal in it, then you put some food in it. Come on. Gonna turn on for me. Oh, hold on. Let's see. I'll be back in a second. Oh, I see what I was doing wrong. Okay, yeah, I was putting cooked cod in, so of course that wasn't going to work. And of course it can't cook iron ore because it's not a food. Basically it functions exactly like the campfire that was added in the 1.14 update. As you can see, it's got a nice little model there, and texture. And then it's got this fire and, oh, hold on, I have fire animations turned off. Let's fix that. There, that looks better. And yeah, just a nice little block. It's also good for adding smoke, or you could put it in a fireplace. That'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. You think so? You stupid long-nosed freak. And you can cook food with it. I don't know exactly why you would use this over a furnace. I guess it's just cheaper because you don't need stone. But ultimately, it mainly just looks good. Why is it not cooking? Oh, you know what? I think that coal lasts longer when you're using the campfire. So that's interesting. So, if you just want to cook food, the campfire is a good choice, rather than wasting coal in a furnace. So as you can see, coal is burning down extremely slowly. And I think we're going to get maybe, yeah, it looks like we're going to get 9 items out of this one piece of coal, rather than the usual 8. No, okay, never mind. I guess... So yeah, I guess it is literally just the same as a furnace, but if the mod creator is listening, then maybe, you know, he should have it, do that. Make it cook food faster, or use up fuel slower, so you actually have a reason to use this. What the hell is that sound? So actually have a reason to use this over the furnace, but otherwise, just a good looking block. I don't know why I talked about this for so long, it really was not worth it. So, next thing we have to talk about is wolfsbane garland. And what the wolfsbane garland does is it will hang it on a wall, so painting, and it just looks nice, first of all. And werewolves are unable to approach it. You also have wolfsbane, which, or a wolfsbane potion, which is crafted like this, with 2 of these new flowers, monk's hood and aconite, which are wolfbane flowers, and a potion of harming or poison. And what it does is it creates a wolfsbane potion, so if I drink it, wolfsbane. So nothing happens, really, but it will do damage to, oh seriously, there we go. It will do damage to werewolves if you spray it on them in a splash potion form or a lingering potion form. And I think that's actually how you cure villager werewolves of their werewolfosity. So let's just check that out. Oh, okay, I guess not. But that's what it's supposed to do. So I think it... Oh, yeah, see? There we go. It's doing damage to this villager now because he's a werewolf. And that's how you identify werewolves, too. Just spray it all over your villagers. And this is herbal wolfsbane water. You drink that, and you are no longer a werewolf. Although, there's no reason to not be a werewolf because it's awesome. And I'm going to show you how you can become a werewolf a little bit later. So let's look at the next couple plants. This is cotton, you can right click on it and harvest cotton, sort of like the red berry bushes from 1.14. It's got a nice model, and it's just nice to have, you know, cotton if you wanted to do, you know, some sort of cotton farm, or just, you know, have it as a decoration. Oh, and it grows fast, look at that. So next is the aconite flowers. They're just a pretty little yellow flower, and they're used for crafting the wolfsbane potion. Then monk's hood, which is this. It's purple, it's nice, look good for decoration. This is wolfsbane petals, which is just made with 2 of these together. And again, if werewolves stand on it, they will get wolfsbane and will begin to take damage. So yeah, this is used to, these blocks are used to defend your home from werewolves, and they're, you know, reasonably effective at that. They're a little bit glitchy. I've noticed that these don't actually seem to keep werewolves away, but you know, whatever. It's still a heavy work in progress. I think it's still on its first version of the mod. So, let's look at some more powerful ways that, well, not powerful, what's more effective ways to get rid of werewolves. The first is silver, and as you all know, silver is the bane of werewolves' existence, unless you didn't know that, in which case you do now. Silver is found in the ore, like that. It's white, sort of chalky. You can make, you know, tools out of it. It's like any other thingy. It's the worst, though. It's worse than iron, as you can see. I think it's, yeah, the sword, I know, is the level of wood. So I'm assuming the armor and tools are the level of leather and wood, respectively. But when used against undead or werewolf targets, they do extra damage. So let's just click on that. As you can see, oh, okay, so silver only works on werewolves, but oh no, it did. See, that did 8 damage for that one. Okay, so it definitely works on undead, and as you can see, it normally does 4 damage. If I take out this villager here, oh shit, it only did 4 damage. So it's you know, the same level as wood. But if you're using it against a werewolf, it's extremely effective. God, I need that back. Okay, hold on. Just let me grab that real quick. Oh, that didn't sound good. Anyway, moving on, we have guns. Yeah. So, there's 3 types of guns added with the Hunter's Dream mod. There is the musket, the flintlock pistol, and the blunderbuss, which we'll take a look at in a second. And they are crafted like this. So 2 iron, 1 log, 1 flint and steel, and 1 stone button. And then the flintlock pistol is just crafted with 1 less iron. So, not a very complicated crafting recipe, but there is sort of a cost. You need to make these musket balls, which, oh, I should have thrown the recipe up for that. As you can see, they're made with iron nuggets, so they're pretty expensive. Or the silver ones, which are made of musket balls and a silver ingot. So you need quite a bit of iron for ammo, and you need 2 gunpowder per shot with the musket, and 1 gunpowder per shot with the pistol. Then, if we move on to the blunderbuss, it's even crazier. So the blunderbuss, you need 4 iron, 2 logs, a button, and a flint and steel, but you need 6 gunpowder and 5 musket balls per shot. So, if we bring those zombies back here, Bam, bam, bam. And then go into survival. We can check out what this stuff does. Oh, I just realized, yeah, whatever, it'll be fine. So, what the normal musket does is pull it back, right click until you hear that click, and then bam. Oh, oops, now I can't fire my blunderbuss. Well, that was a mistake. But yeah, it's a very powerful weapon. You can see it did 9 damage to that zombie. And it looks really cool. We can't really get a good view because Minecraft's third person kind of sucks. But you can sort of see me holding it there. So it's got a nice model. You know, pretty nifty. And the flintlock pistol. Again, pull it back till it clicks. Ooh. Oh. So that did extra damage because I was using the silver musket balls, which do extremely high damage to undead and werewolf mobs. So, hold on, let's turn cheat mode back on. Let's get a stack of these, and a stack of gunpowder. So, yeah, silver bullets do extra damage to undead mobs. Ooh, sorry about that. So, as you can see, normal gun, 9 damage. Did I just delete the... But, the silver bullets, you can see did 11 damage with the little one. And a lot of damage with the big one. Man, I really just totally messed this weapon showcase up. Alright, let's try that one more time. So, silver bullets, 19 damage per hit. So a lot more damage compared to the 9 to 11 featured with the normal bullets. So definitely worth the increased cost. Although it's not really an increased cost because, I mean, you just need 1 ingot of silver and just a lot of bullets. So the silver musket balls don't do any extra damage to non-undead mobs. So if you're using them on, say, creepers, they won't do anything. So it sort of acts like a version of the smite enchantment. And let's take a look at the blunderbuss. So as you can see, it took 6 gunpowder out of my inventory and a couple of musket balls. And yeah, it's a shotgun. It's exactly like, you know, a real life blunderbuss. And yeah, that about does it for the muskets. Really cool. I always loved having muskets in Minecraft because I feel like they sort of fit. Like, I feel like if you have like flans mod and you're like, you know, shooting people with like AK-47s and, you know, AR-15s or whatever, it doesn't quite feel in line with the Minecraft theme. But if you have a musket that's literally made out of, you know, bits of iron and wood, it really feels like you're still playing Minecraft's sort of fantasy theme. And yeah, it's just a fun thing to have. You may notice that the bullets hitting have the same sound as arrows. I don't got anything more to say about that. That's just the case. And the final and coolest thing we have to look at with the Hunter's Dream mod is the Hunter's Armor. So let's take a look at this, because this stuff is cool. So let's take that off the mannequin. As you can see, it has pretty good armor resistance. Let's take a... So it's a little bit worse than iron, as you can see, but it more than makes up for that in terms of fashion. And it is made of the cloth, which I mentioned over there, just in, you know, your normal armor configurations. And yeah, it looks extremely stylish. Let's put on these pants. As you can see, the pants come with sort of like an undershirt there, and a nice belt that you can't see. The hat has a nice 3D model with a little brim there, and it kind of makes you look like an old-timey banker. And then if we put on the coat, as you can see, now that is nice. It's got those little like fingerless gloves, which aren't cool, and if you wear fingerless gloves, you're a loser. But they do look cool here. And then the boots, you know, just boots. And it does extra protection against vampire, not vampire. There are vampires technically in the mod, but they don't work. It does extra protection against werewolves and undead mobs, and it just looks fantastic. I really like this armor. It's probably, no, I mean, it's definitely my favorite armor I've ever had in any mod. And yeah, so let's move on to the mob showcase. If we just enter my super secret door here, we can go down to my super secret lab where I keep all my super secret experiments. And oh, looks like my werewolves aren't working. Oh, and it looks like some of them have despawned. Great. That's just great. Okay, I'm gonna go into creative for a second and I will fix that. Alright, so we're back in the lab and I have fixed my issues. So, as you can see, I've been doing some intense research here. I've been refining a new serum to cure werewolves. And it worked, so I don't know why I'm still refining more. I just kind of like the look of it. And yeah, so, as you can see, this is the werewolf pen. And there they are, just sort of chilling by the door. And yeah, that's what they look like. They're kind of freaky. I really like the model. My only issue is that it doesn't really quite fit with the Minecraft aesthetic. Did that one just disappear? Oh no, it's up there. I was gonna say, last thing you want is invisible werewolves. Well, actually, I can think of a lot worse things, but invisible werewolves aren't great. So, yeah, werewolves do a lot of damage. They do the same damage as a diamond sword, and they have diamond level armor. So, even with a diamond, if you're using a diamond sword against them, you're only doing about 2 to 3 damage per hit, so that's not a lot. However, silver can break through their armor and do a lot more damage. I think. Pretty sure about that, yeah. I mean, silver does do more damage. I don't know if it technically breaks through their armor or whatever, but yeah. So, we will fight one of these in a second, but first, hey, get down here. We're going to take a look at Richard Johnson here, who is our... Oh shit, I backwards him. Okay, so let's take a second look at that. Richard Johnson here is our villager, vampire, werewolf, and etc. hunter. So as you can see, he's wearing the same hunter's gear that I am, but sort of villager version of it. He's got, you know, a nice beard there, and he walks extremely slowly. I don't know if that's intentional, like to make him look more menacing or whatever, but it's kind of annoying. Yes, you can see him, he barely moves, so I'm assuming that's a glitch. But what he does is he will spawn naturally in villages, and he will attack werewolves, zombies, and any other number of threats. He's basically a golem, but with less health, and kind of just worse generally. And I think he can identify villagers who are infected with lycanthropy, which is turning into a werewolf, and kill them before they have a chance to shift. So, if we somehow get him to go over there, we can check out killing werewolves. So, let's go slaughter my pet werewolves. Ooh, Jesus. So as you can see, that silver bullet did 20 damage to this thing. And they have 40 health overall with a lot of armor, so these are difficult to kill. And let's finish it off with the silver. As you can see, the silver there did 16 damage, but normally it's supposed to do 4. And yeah, these weapons make short work of any werewolves. Oof, Jesus, that one got a little bit close. Alright, Richard Johnson, you get over there. You take out that one. Come on. Come on. He's a little, he's not very smart. But, you know, he does his job when he has to. Come on, get over there. Alright, let's just break through the glass. Go, kill the werewolf. Do it. As you can see, he's shooting arrows at it. Oh god, oh, he's doing an awful, awful job. Oh, shoot, shoot. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, so as you can see, werewolves are pretty dang strong. Richard Johnson got absolutely annihilated by that werewolf. Richard Johnson got absolutely annihilated by that werewolf. And yeah, so they're not to be messed with. So, this little hut here is based off the werewolf cabins, which you will find in the wild. I'll throw up a picture, maybe, you know, if I feel like it. And I didn't bother to find one, just because it was too much work, and I didn't want to do it. But, yeah, they're just a nice little structure that werewolves spawn in. Ooh, Jesus. It's probably a good thing I put them down when I did. Well, sacrifices have to be made in the name of, I don't actually know why I was keeping them in there. Well, sacrifices have to be made anyway. So the next mob we have to look at is the goblin. And yeah, I don't know what the goblin does. It's not on the wiki or mentioned on the mod page. I'm just assuming they spawn underground like this. I don't have any proof. Yeah, they're hostile to villagers and players. And they just sort of, you know, chill around. They're short, they can fit through a 1-block gap. Oh no, they're not hostile to players. They are hostile to villagers though. But yeah, they fit through a 1-block gap. Yeah, is there a villager in this wall? There must be. And generally, they just sort of do goblin stuff. Oh no, they make villager villages. I think at some point, yeah, you can you can trade with them. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so that's my bad. So yeah, goblins are basically villagers, but with a much cooler texture and model. So as you can see, they're kind of fat, squat, they fit through 1-block gaps. I've said that like 4 times now. And they got red eyes. They are extremely hostile to villagers, but not to humans. And I don't think they spawn naturally. I haven't seen any. And they're not on the mod page, which I also have said multiple times. So yeah, goblins, just a nice bit of... I mean something or other. I don't quite know what they're a nice bit of, but it's certainly something. Anyway, let's slaughter them. Oh, here would be a good time to showcase. As you can see, silver does not do a lot of damage to non-undead mobs. For example, the musket with the silver bullets still only does 9 damage. So yeah, I will leave these two to rebuild Goblin Society. So that about does it for the God, what was, I can't believe I keep forgetting. That was about it for the Hunter's Dream mod. Sorry if this mod review is kind of bad, but you know, I'm just trying something new. Hopefully it works out, and if it doesn't, well, then I'll go home, and I will cry about it, even though I'm already home, so I'll just start crying. Oh, almost forgot the most important part, becoming a werewolf. So, if we get out the bestiary, it allows us... okay, let me just go into creative real quick. So yeah, you have to be in creative for it to work. Otherwise, if you get bit by a werewolf, you have a 25% chance of becoming infected with lycanthropy, which is the ability to turn into a werewolf. And when the full moon comes, you will forcibly be turned into a werewolf. So, werewolves have a lot of special skills. As you can see, you can get this lycanthropy book, which is found in chests, as the tooltip helpfully says, and it opens the skill tab. So, werewolves have a natural increase in jump height and natural armor, as you can see. It's the strongest set of chainmail armor. You guys can read. They are faster than normal humans. They have a bite, which does a lot of damage and can affect other players, which is only really a big deal if you're playing on, multiplayer. But it's still cool anyway. And they do a ton of unarmed damage. They naturally do 6 unarmed damage, which is as good as an iron sword, and you can upgrade all of those skills to be even better. So, for example, the maximum jump height is I think 5 blocks. So you can literally be like leaping over entire houses and stuff like that. Armor can be better than diamond. Your speed, I think, is up to 5 times, so you're literally... It's like having, I think, speed, the equivalent of like a speed 4 potion. I don't know if that's a thing, but hypothetically a speed 4 potion. And the unarmed damage can be increased to, I believe, 10. So you're literally, like, knocking mobs down to half health with your bare fists. So yeah, being a werewolf is great. So, let's go use what we've learned about werewolves to go save my wife. Except, I can't save my wife because I've locked myself in the basement. I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's go, boys. Operation Werewolf. Get rid of them. Just get rid of werewolves. Oh. Well, it seems that they've turned back into humans, which is both convenient, because now I no longer have a werewolf problem, but also inconvenient, because now I don't have an excuse to murder them. What the hell is doing that? Why am I taking damage? Alright, that was weird. Oh, Jesus Christ, a werewolf. Oh, shit. Shoot. God. Okay, so it looks like there is still werewolves to deal with. So, let's go slaughter them. Bang. 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 Why am I taking damage? Well, I'm about to starve to death. But, yeah, so... Blah, 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 blah. God. I killed the werewolves. So, guys, I wanted to go save my wife, but unfortunately, I have become what I fear the most. Well, I mean, I don't know what I expected. I deliberately turned myself into a werewolf. But, yeah, I'm a werewolf now. Yeah. So, as you saw there, when you turn into a werewolf, you get a nice little animation. You get blindness, weakness, slowness, mining fatigue, and all that jazz. And, eventually, you turn into a werewolf. And that, of course, only happens on the full moon, which is, how werewolf stuff happens. And you turn into this thing. Yeah. Once again, the werewolf has a really nice model. And yeah, you do a lot of damage. So, let's go destroy the village for absolutely no reason, because that's what werewolves love to do. Oh god, I have slowness. What's going on? Oh, is it daytime already? Why do I have slowness? Oh, whatever. So, yeah, you do a lot more damage. Oh, wait. Oh, sun rose. Well, that's just absolutely great. Well. Yeah, so when you turn back into a human, you have some severe down the sides. But let's just turn back into a werewolf. Okay, so I'm back as a werewolf, and for the third time now I'm trying to film this stupid werewolf transformation every time I end up dying. So, yeah, as a werewolf, you don't regenerate health because you have constant hunger, and you can't eat because you can't pick up items in your inventory. But, as you can see, do a lot of damage with your punches, and you got jump boost. So let's see, can we jump this? No. You can jump up 1.5 blocks. You have speed, so as you can see I'm running a lot faster than normal. And you have oh, well, you don't have natural armor. You have to do that in the upgrades section. In a second I will show you what a max level werewolf can do, which is a lot. But yeah, I mean, naturally, hostile mobs are no longer hostile, unless you hit them, so they're neutral. But villagers, like this traveling merchant here, which is not from the mod, that's from a different mod, I don't want to talk about it. Villagers are naturally scared of you, and you can enter their homes. So they have absolutely no escape, and you can just brutally murder them for no reason. You don't get any meat or loot from doing this. You just do it out of pure cruelty. Yeah, being a werewolf is cool, especially if you're on a multiplayer server where, you can, like, chase down your pathetic human friend who's just, pathetic and human with your superior wolf knowledge and wolf speed. And basically just beat them to death. And yeah, there's really no reason not to become a werewolf, if you can. It's kind of hard to do, though, because you have to get bitten by a werewolf, but then also not die, and you have to do that several times until you actually become a werewolf. Yeah. That's all I have to say. So, let's check out what a max level werewolf can do. Okay, so we're back, and I'm going to show you how to upgrade your werewolf. And it's pretty self-explanatory, but we'll take a look anyway. So, you get this book that you find in dungeon chests, and you just use it like that. So, this stuff requires an insane amount of experience, like 120 levels. That's, like, I literally don't think you could ever, well, you can get that much, but it would take you forever to get that much experience in-game. I started with 800 and I've already gone through 300 levels. That's absolutely insane. But, yeah. So, it's no easy task, upgrading your werewolf, but it's definitely worth it. So as you can see, I had 800 levels. I've already gone through all of them, and I haven't even fully upgraded my werewolf. So you're going to need a crap ton of XP if you want to become a max level werewolf. And yeah, I already said that, but let's just show you again. So, finally, we're fully upgraded, except for Bite. It doesn't really do all that much because we're not, in multiplayer. But as you can see, you can give Wither to undead mobs with it, if it's upgraded enough, and it just adds more damage. So I'll set the time to midnight, and we will check out what it's like being a max level werewolf. Come on, yeah, we get it. Here's the whole animation. I really like this animation. I gotta say, whoever did it did a good job. Yeah, really cool. Sorry, I'm just filling time until I become a werewolf. I could probably just cut, so that's probably what I'm gonna do. And there we go. Okay, I'm now a werewolf at max level. So, as you can see, drop all your items on the ground, and including your lycanthropy book. Lycanthropy? Yeah, that sounds right. So you have to keep that in mind because that's hard to get. As you can see, as a max level werewolf, you run insanely fast. You have, speed 4, exactly like I said. I mean, look at me go. I'm unstoppable. And you can also jump, 4 blocks in the air. So, as you can see, I have no problem whatsoever scaling this mountain. Already at the top in literally like 3 seconds. I just ran that away from that rocket creeper, no problem. And this zombie is not even doing, oh well, it's doing a little bit damage. But I have so much armor that zombie is barely doing any damage. So, let's take a whack at one of these guys, see what it does. What? Come on, get over. Okay, so, that didn't go very well. So as you can see, as a max level werewolf, you're still pretty vulnerable. So don't get the idea that you're invincible, because I think it's important to keep in mind you still don't have any armor. Yeah. And you can't regenerate health because you don't have, you're starving. I don't know if it's deliberate that you can't regenerate health like that. But it certainly is frustrating. Okay, so yeah, let's check out our strength on this squid then, because they can't fight back. As you can see, our punch, 9 damage, and 9 damage. And if it was an undead mob, it would do 14 damage and apply wither. So, insanely powerful. Let's check out this husk. Oh, it's only like a chance to apply wither, right? But yeah, you're pretty dang powerful as a werewolf, but you're still not invincible. And yeah, now I'm gonna be killed. Just goes to show you that being a werewolf is pretty good, but I mean, you still have to be careful. And this wither thing doesn't seem to be working. Well, so much for being a werewolf. Anyway, yeah, I get it. Anyway, so yeah, that was the Hunter's Dream mod. It's a pretty cool mod, definitely underrated, and you guys should definitely go download it right now. Sorry if this review kind of sucked. You know, I'm trying something new with this whole, I don't even know what this is. Like my Cork mod review was literally just me, you know, placing all the items in a super flat world and just looking at them. But someone on the internet said people who do that are losers, and then I felt bad. So I decided for this one, I'm gonna build my own set. I'm gonna do my own little, jig there, and see how it works out. And I don't think it worked out very well, but you know, let me guys know what you think. And yeah, link to the mod will be in the description. thank you all for watching, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, well, thank you all for watching. Hope this video wasn't too awful and cringy, and I will see you all next time, unless I don't, in which case I won't. Goodbye.